Hi everyone, Ed DeRosa along with Vance Hanson here in the TwinSpires offices. Our new video series, so new, we don't even have a name for it yet, Vance.
No, we don't, but we'll find out one as we go along.
I'm sure our tens of listeners on this first video will have some ideas. In the meantime though, we'll tell you that we will be discussing all the hottest topics in racing, and none hotter at this time of year than Horse of the Year. And I actually thought this year things would be more interesting when they announced the finalists. I think California Chrome's going to win in a landslide, so who will be his finalist was more interesting to me. Main Sequence in Bayern. Your pick, Shared Belief, shunned.
Yes, Shared Belief was shunned as expected. I always thought that Bayern, by virtue of winning the Breeders' Cup Classic, would have had a better shot at being California Chrome's main rival for 3-year-old champion and Horse of the Year. It's turned out that way. My second choice, however, is Main Sequence, who is heavily favored to be Turf male champion and also probably favored to be older male champion over my pick, Palace Malice. So it's going to come down to probably California Chrome and Main Sequence. I would agree with you that California Chrome, based on all the people who have publicized their votes so far, they're going to go for him.
Yeah, you and I have been through this enough that you sort of get a feel for how other people vote. And even though we went in different directions, I agree it's going to be California Chrome, not only for Horse of the Year, but also 3-year-old male. But yeah, it was interesting to see where people lined up. And you and I have sort of been simpatico on some, what some might consider crazy selections. Cape Blanco mainly back in 2011. We deferred this year though. I stuck with the Turf as I have the last 4 years. And you went with Shared Belief, but any other interesting thoughts from you on the Eclipse Awards? I stumped you.
You did.
Who'd you go with trainer?
I went for Jerry Hollendorfer, who was also not a finalist for the award. Basically, every year we see in the Eclipse Awards, you kind of already know who the winners are going to be, and sometimes the biggest surprises are who are the nominees are and who aren't the nominees are. And some of the surprising horses that weren't and did not end up being nominees, particularly like Euro Charlene in the Turf female category. She won probably the biggest race of the year for filly and mare Turf runners in the Beverly D.
Outside of the Breeders' Cup.
Outside of the Breeders' Cup, of course. But she was a 3-year-old filly, first 3-year-old filly ever to do that, and she beat Stephanie's Kitten, and who went on to finish a strong second.
Yeah, after winning the Flower Bowl.
Yes. So.
Yeah, no, definitely some surprises there.
And in the human category, I know around the office here, one of the disappointments was the late apprentice jockey Juan Saez did not turn out to be a nominee as well. And for a young kid like him to lose his life tragically this fall, after he had already won a couple of riding titles on the Kentucky circuit, it was just unfortunate that he will not be in contention to earn a posthumous award.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I actually abstained from Apprentice, so I guess I can't be too critical. But for those who did write a name down, I mean, that seemed to be one that even for the top 3 would have come up.
Yeah, I typically abstain from the Apprentice category myself, but in this particular circumstance, I was moved enough to give him the nod over a very worthy candidate, however, in Van Drake, who rides out in California.
All right, well, that's the finalists, or at least our thoughts on a few of them. For now, we'll certainly, I'm sure, have some thoughts once the Eclipse Awards themselves are announced, and we'll also hopefully have some thoughts on what to title this thing, Coffee Talk or something of that nature. But appreciate the time.
Thanks, Ed. You're like butter.